Yeah, I can get this song. It's like one of the best songs in the world. No Discord. I don't want to gift anyone Discord Nitro. I don't know why there's a button for that so easily accessible.
You bitch.
So you two go outside, and she like tugs at her sleeves and stuff like that. Make sure she's probably bundled up. It's not freezing cold this evening. It's not like Northrend or something like that. But it's nighttime in the Twins. It can get a bit cold. Let's take a walk.
Certainly.
You two go a bit away. Relative silence between the two of you, at the very least. There's people coming and going, walking around, and so on. Again, the constant din and murmur of a city that has population. But at some point, she does speak up. Might I ask you, Sajar, are you concerned about the task that we're about to face?
I am, absolutely.
We saw what the hag could do.
I did.
Does that not daunt you?
To say that it doesn't would be a lie, of course. I'm not without fear. But I suppose normally I wouldn't say this, but since it's just the two of us, but what I'm afraid of isn't how the fight will affect me, or how I will come out the other end of it. I live in a dangerous city, in a dangerous place. Danger has always been part of my life. What scares me is the thought of what happens to them if I die, so I just have to not die.
Don't.
Because as long as I'm up, I'll make sure that they have a way to retreat.
You're not at that. So, I suppose in a way she thinks how to say it. You disdain that powerlessness.
I hate it.
She looks down at the ground at that. But what... If you were told to not do something when you had the power to help, would you do it? Do you not do it out of consideration for the request done by the person you care for? Or do you damn their wishes and do it anyways?
That depends on who is asking and what the consequences of refusing them would be.
Let's not beat around the bushes. I know Redane is going to at the very least, Tolis and likely myself to not join you all on this mission. Or at least the thick of it.
And this bothers you?
It bothers me for the very reason I just spoke to you about.
I understand.
I am not a fan of watching from the sidelines. I am not a fan of being powerless again.
All right. Then tell him that. When he asks him, refuse him. If you want me to speak up, I will. Your life is yours. Nobody can tell you or force you and still be in your good graces. If you decided that you want to do something.
I want to decide that. I don't know if I have the conviction. I know there's a difference between all of you and us. I don't know if it's a matter of capability or conviction or maybe something of birth and origin. I don't know. I can sense there is a difference. I'm not blind. I'm no fool to that. I know, similar to how I know Tolis is cut from a different sort than Zal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and place where one shines and one should stay away. Although sometimes that's not so obvious, like now. I want to help, but I would never forgive myself if you all got hurt trying to help me during that. That's what I mean. I want to make a decision.
Yeah, I understand. See, this is I don't know how much you've overheard, but I've been relatively open with why I went north in the first place. Yeah?
I have.
It's I can understand her perspective, if just like I can understand your position, because I found myself in the exact same one and nearly died at the end of it.
Right.
Being on both sides of this coin, ultimately, I think it's if you can't live or forgive yourself for doing something or not doing something, then there's probably a reason why you feel that way. I would not think any less of you, no matter either which way you decide. The River Company would not be the same without you, or without Tolis, or any of the others.
He closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Lets it out after holding it.
Sorry, in a lot of ways. Rodin, he doesn't show what he feels. He hasn't. I think I've seen him slip once since I met him. He does feel deep.
I've caught glimpses. He's done it a couple of times already.
Good. That means he's growing, I hope. The very fact that you chose to come with us, the very fact that you're here still, it matters to him. Sometimes he has, before we went north, asked some of the people we traveled with to stay behind, but the reason he did so was not because he didn't trust them to fight with me and him at the thick of it. It's because he needed to trust them. Having them behind us, covering our retreat, allowed him to trust that he could fight without needing to look back. At least that's what I understood.
He thinks on it.
If you want to be in the front line with me and protect the others, I will welcome you there. I'll stand in front of whatever blows comes your way, same as anybody else in our company. I don't think you're weak, I think you're strong. However, if you decide that you would rather stay behind, if he does ask you, I won't think any less of you for it. But I do want to tell you one thing, though.
What is that?
It can be very tempting. I'm a hypocrite for saying it because I do the exact same thing, but take it from me.
To as to be human.
So they say.
Well, mortal.
I often put myself in harm's way because I trust that I can take it. It's not so easy for me to trust them to survive the same things that I can. The way I'm built. It's very tempting to sacrifice myself for somebody else, especially if not doing it would make me feel guilt. I've often thought, what if I had not? What if I'm not strong enough? What if there isn't enough of me to protect all of them?
She nods. You can tell that definitely strikes a chord with her.
So I do the very same thing I'm telling you not to do. Ultimately, and forgive me if I overstep, but forgiveness is not something you're going to find on the battlefield. I point to my heart. It has to come from in here.
Of course. Of course.
In my eyes, Marika, you matter. You make a difference.
I appreciate
It's easy to judge, but I think you're a little harsher on yourself than anybody else would be if they knew you.
Harshest critics are ourselves at times. Perhaps needingly so. Perhaps not. Which I... Thank you. I'm happy we've gone on this walk. Sometimes another perspective is what is most needed.
This is true. Know that no matter what you choose, I will support your choice.
I'll meditate on it. See where my mind leads and where my heart leads.
That's all anyone can ever do.
She nods. Then, let us go back.
Right with you.
You guys were literally just walking down the main street the whole time, and as she says that, you guys pull Yui and go back. As you go back, you can actually see Tolis, like standing outside of the jet ridge, just sort of like looking around with their arms crossed. And you guys come on up, and Tolis is happy to see you guys, and they go, "Where'd you guys go? I thought you guys were just going for a walk. You guys were gone for like 20 minutes. That's a bit of a long walk." Thought something happened.
Oh, it's the Twinsian air.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
What?
Zol's used to it, right? And he's just fine.
I mean, he's Saul.
He is Zol. That is true. He is different than the rest of us. I don't know. I think we're all the same on the inside. Aren't we?
What an odd notion.
Let's go back inside. And as, Marika's, ushering the two of you back in, you do note that she, wraps a arm around Tolis' shoulder and just, gives him, a sidelong hug.
Thanks.
And you guys go back inside. Fun fact, so I'll tell you about right now. This is slightly inspired by something that actually happened to me once upon a time.
Ooh.
The first time and only time I've ever got properly drunk. I went on a walk with a buddy of mine who was our expert stoner/drunkard. And he's just like, "Yeah, man, how's being drunk? First time. I heard it's the first time." I'm like, "Yeah, it's alright. It's a bit fun. Interesting, woozy feeling." And we literally were walking around the apartment complex that we were partying at for 30 minutes. And we were talking about books, about life, all that good stuff. And then someone came looking for us because they thought something happened to us.
Yeah.
Because we were gone for so long.
Yeah.
And that was my first and only time being drunk. Properly, fully drunk. And getting to enjoy the feeling of it. Versus the one time where I drank and got hungover without having been drunk. Within the span of 2 hours of drinking, I got hungover.
That sucks.
Don't drink on an empty stomach, kids. Especially when you haven't eaten in 24 hours. That's the lesson here.
The hangover hits me after beer number 2, so I don't anymore.
I still haven't gotten drunk yet.
Either. Kirsty, shush your Scottish mouth.
Kirsty, shut up!
I know.
I've never done that. Addiction's run in my family. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah. So anyways,
It's not that
Oh
bad.
god, I feel like I'm
Let's
fucking alcoholic now. Jesus Christ.
I'll ask to Dorky and Kirsty, what are
Oh.
your guys' plans? Hopefully that fun little incident is not incident, that little scene buy you guys some time. Is there anything what are the things you guys want to do for your solo dates now? Is there anything in particular?
Not specifically. Well, I sort of wanted to ask her about why she was covered in mud the other day, and if
Yeah, that's fair.
it's because she may have been loosening up the dog kennel, perhaps.
Okay, that's fair.
Going into
So
my mind.
okay, so that's something for
And then-
Nishka. What about
Yeah.
oh, you got more?
Oh no, just walk around. It was, I suppose, find somewhere to sit, I guess,
Okay, Roger.
like rooftop or something. I don't know.
Maybe not. Don't do rooftop.
Oh, okay, not rooftop then.
What about for?
Not anything specific. I could
I
option.
ask this because it's getting towards 4:00 my time, and you two are the ones that have to hop off.
Yeah, I gotta go in like 10 minutes. But
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask right now, because I can go for everyone else relatively, maybe less so for Fred. But you two are the ones that have the harder cutoff time.
Mm.
So that's why I want to ask. Is there anything particular you guys want to do? I already got the answer for Kirsty. What about you, Dorky?
Mainly just walk around and get to know him better.
Sure.
just
Tell you
learning.
what. Again, because I know you guys have to hop off. I'm respectful of your guys' time schedules. Tell you what, Dorky. Come up with 3 questions. Any 3 questions you want to ask us all. And send them over to me at some point in the week. And I will tell you a proper answer for those. No lies, just strict truth, because Zol is too dumb to lie, let's be honest here. So yeah,
Shame.
anything you want to know, just private message me them, and I will private message you the answers back. And then you can get some insights into the man that calls himself Zol. And of course, I'll probably send questions back to you, 3 questions back as well. Whether or not you lie or not to Zol is up to you. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I could do that.
Roger. We have again a rapidly shortening amount of time left. Let's go. So Anushka, you
Hi.
go with Amber to go take a walk around town.
Yep.
You guys make your way around the different corridors, pass by the cradle in the distance, and so on. Go to the temperature, stuff like that. Well, that was weird, but for a proper first date, I wouldn't change it.
Oh no, it was nice. Running through a random city and chasing dogs. That is, yeah.
I mean, she does a quick 2 steps ahead of you and pirouettes, turns around and gestures grandiosely, like a flourish. Would you have it any other way? You can't say it's not memorable.
Oh, I would have it no other way, my dear. Absolutely not. Although I do have to ask, was that you?
Huh?
That opened up the gate, because you were covered in mud the other day, and then the wolves came out. I mean,
No. I mean, well, okay, look, I'm not gonna be around the bush. No, that wasn't me.
oh, that's disappointing.
That is really weird. I will say that.
What were you doing then?
Well, I guess I did promise I'd tell you. She rubs the back of her neck awkwardly. Looks around for passersby or I don't know anything else.
You can go somewhere a bit more private if you want.
I don't
If you're
know if
ready.
it'll be much more private than walking through the temple touch. Anyways, there's a slums down there by past the loggers burrow.
Oh, right. I think so.
It's not so bad anymore, I heard, compared to a while ago. But there's always broke people everywhere. And where you find broke people, you find conniving broke people. And when you find conniving broke people, you usually find criminals. And when you find criminals, you find criminal factions. And anywhere that is worth a damn that has criminal factions usually has the guild.
Oh, right. You okay?
So I just wanted to do a quick check-in. That's all.
And you did you get into a scuffle?
No, no. I just saw someone I used to know, and I started talking to him about all the 5 stuff. You know, those symbols that kept popping up.
Uh-huh.
And they gave me a little trick to work on, to practice. And she gestures at her, like she does like a flicker of her hands, like "woo." But you already know about that one.
Does she?
This is when she stole your fear.
I don't think she does though, does she? Because she wasn't around.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
no,
didn't
she doesn't
notice
though.
it. Yeah, that's right. You didn't notice it. You only noticed the effects of it.
Yeah. I think like Anushka's under the impression that she was just very comforting in that situation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good time to bring it up now. Yeah, she's just like and you're like, Oh right, I guess you didn't notice it. Or,
You dummy.
Oh, was that Verdane somewhere? I think I heard. I think it was definitely an insult.
There's a kid that heard Verdane earlier in the day, and he's trying to practice to be an actor, and he's looking at this big poster that says, "You dummy," and he's practicing the line, but in Verdane's voice. That's an immense amount of setup for one bit. Moving on.
Mm-hmm. Almost like the sneeze.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, you're just like, I was like, I don't know, and she's like, oh right, don't freak out.
No, when people say stuff like that, usually it means you got to be freaking out.
She like stops, like walking towards you, and she's like, okay, fair enough. Just don't scream. She goes over to you and like pushes her hands like where like the like your like belly button area. Just God, that's so weird. And she pulls out immediately.
What was that?
That's the thing. You didn't feel anything. Like when she does that, you don't feel anything. Not until she actually takes something from you.
Oh.
Which is why it's sneaky. So I learned that.
That. Okay. Oh.
I've tried using it a couple times now. I'm supposed to be able to grab something out of people and hold it.
Like their organs? I don't think that's very healthy.
No. Like the coins I make, like those. But every time I've done it so far, I don't end up grabbing and making a coin out of it. I just sort of absorb it. So, like yesterday, I tried grabbing some of Oriana's exhaustion, and oh my god, she's exhausting. Like actually exhausting. I don't know how she gets up in the morning.
Well, we always
that
knew
fucking
Oriana was
sucks.
exhausting, but his.
That's crash laughing. That's harsh. I'm not gonna say that to her face. And I've just tried grabbing stuff here and there, but I always end up absorbing it.
Is that how I felt better the other day?
Huh?
When I was having my little freak out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Through one site.
Inside.
Oh, baby!
Oh,
you
God
might have had
damn
a
it.
chance, but not a good enough chance. She doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
Maybe I was sure. This is very weird. I mean, maybe you just have a presence, I guess.
I mean, she flaunts her hair. Are you that surprised?
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Okay, well that is interesting. So, like, you can steal people's no, exhaustion is, but you can steal parts of people.
I guess a little bit. I was told by the person that taught it to me that it has as much limitation as my imagination. Just, like a proper thief.
Oh, that is interesting. So, like, if you wanted to steal, like,
I'm pretty sure there are harder and harder things as we go up. Just saying. I'm pretty sure you don't just start out being able to steal like a halfling's luck and stuff.
I mean, that'd be pretty. Do you think you can do that? It'd be pretty useful.
That's what Miss Sarah Jack did, supposedly.
Oh,
That's one of the legends, at least. So yeah.
that is cool. This is very, very.
Yeah,
useful.
so she like takes a step away. Now you know why I was covered in mud that time.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Not
it's
aware
always
of
been
that.
always been something I've heard about, but I didn't think it would be that direct.
Yes, that is. Yeah, I've never heard of such a thing. Well, sort of, but it normally involves a lot of blood sacrifice. But that, and usually organs. But
I don't steal your organs, don't worry.
I mean, last time I checked, they were all in place. Oh.
When was the last time you checked?
No,
No, never
looks
mind.
down at her stomach like,
Never mind. Now, come on. I don't want the date to end on mysticisms and guts. she's like, that's really weird.
that is
really weird.
extremely weird. Yep, mysticism and guts. No, I was hoping to find the spot to stargaze or something. I heard that was romantic. Should we do that?
You heard that was... She, like, stops. Like, she has a smirk on her face as she says that, but then she just stops. And then she has, like, this, like, realization look. Like, she just, like, goes straight face.
Are you coming?
Yeah. Of course.
Alright, come on then.
She follows your lead. At a game, yeah, Amber realizes that she doesn't really know what, your village or wherever you're from's culture on dating is, right? She's sort of been presumptuous this whole time. That, the capital white way of dating is the normal way of dating. Which is not true across different parts of the provinces.
Yep.
God help you guys if you guys get into high elven dating culture.
Oh god.
Oh, my bad. Dancer high elven dating culture, where it's considered fun and mysterious to leave your lover notes in places where you could catch them to kill them, like in their sleep or in the bathroom and stuff like that. It's like some show of potential. Like, I could have killed you in your sleep, but I didn't because I love you. It's very, very creepy. It's very creepy, and to most people that aren't a dancer in the dance session, it is psychopathic.
And probably illegal.
At
least it's breaking the enter.
If you don't get caught, that's the other thing about the dating culture. You don't get caught. So yeah, dating cultures can change a lot depending on where you're from normal to psychopathic. So the two of you, Dorky and Kirsty, if you guys need to go to bed, I shall keep you.
I will go.
At this rate, I don't even know if we're gonna go through all the day 3 stuff. So short session.
Didn't expect anything less.
Short session, and we're down people anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. That means Anishka and Oriana can actually learn how to read together. Oh my god!
I mean, given that day 3 is like all of you doing your own thing, I don't know what's happening. So, you two, have a good night.
Get some accelerated reader books for you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Okay. Good
Go to
night.
bed.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.